Hello. Agatha All Along Episode 3 is packed with fascinating Easter eggs and MCU connections, including one that fans have been waiting for since WandaVision. After arriving on the Witch's Road at the end of the second episode of the new season, Agatha Harkness and her brand new coven start on their first trial in Agatha All Along Episode 3. The new episode, which confronts them with both their past and an uncertain future, is packed with interesting clues and teases. In Episode 3 of Agatha All Along, Agatha and her companion witches confront their first trial on the Witch's Road. Almost every single member of the clan is tried before they can continue on their journey, confronting both their past and their greatest nightmares. To achieve that, here are all of the largest and most intriguing Easter eggs and references from Agatha All Along Episode 3. Teen's Sigil. Someone blocked Teen's identity for all witches as the coven begins their journey down the Witch's Road. Jennifer Kale finally asks Teen who he truly is. When he responds, the same magical effect occurs, and none of the witches can hear his name. This confirms that Agatha Harkness isn't the only one who's been kept from discovering Teen's full identity and history in Agatha All Along. According to Lilia Calderu, someone has placed a spell/glamour on Teen, preventing any witches from seeing his presence or knowing his true identity. Naturally, this makes him even more appealing to the witches, albeit no hint has been given as to who could have cast this sigil. Nonetheless, Agatha assures her fellow witches that they will eventually find it out as they travel along the road. The Darkhold. Did Agatha exchange her son for the Book of the Damned? Agatha was the last to drink, as well as the last to experience a horrible hallucination from her past. In Harkness' case, Agatha is shown a baby's cradle containing the Darkhold, rather than the sobbing kid she heard before removing the blanket. While this adds validity to Jennifer's accusations that she exchanged her kid for her copy of the Book of the Damned, Agatha's obvious anguish and horror-stricken reaction to the Darkhold indicate that there is much more to the narrative that has yet to be told. Heads Will Roll, by Yeah Yeah Yes. The end credits song for Agatha All Along Episode 3 is quite fitting. Heads Will Roll, by the Yeah Yeah Yes, released in 2009, plays during the credits scene for Agatha All Along Episode 3. This is quite appropriate, especially given the repeated phrases in Alice in Wonderland's Looking Glass and Take the Past. After all, Agatha and her coven have undoubtedly passed through the Looking Glass now that they are on the Witch's Road, as well as facing their particular dark pasts as their first challenge. Amulets. Every witch has one, not just Agatha. Eventually, the Witch's Road transforms into a sandy walkway leading to a beach home by the sea. Walking through the front door, the entire coven of witches is astonished to see that their attire and appearances have been changed to fit their new surroundings. However, they discover that each of them still possesses their amulet. This proves that every witch has an amulet like Agatha's and shows how important amulets are for MCU witches. As a result, the mystery surrounding Agatha's amulet/locket becomes even more intriguing. This includes the enigmatic lock of hair she hides inside hers, which was revealed in the premiere of Agatha All Along, as well as who it could be. Huge Little Lies. Agatha Episode 3 is a homage to HBO's Big Little Lies. When exploring this gorgeous new property by the sea, Mrs. Hart notes that it reminds her of the show Huge Tiny Lies. Marvel's reference to Big Little Lies, a two-season series starring Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, Shailene Woodley, Laura Dern, Zoe Kravitz, and Meryl Streep about a murder probe, is most likely intended to be humor. As a result, the entire trial in Agatha All Along Episode 3 feels like a tribute to the HBO series, location, clothes, and all. A lot happened to me at 13. Teen was 13 during WandaVision. Teens also have the opportunity to speak one-on-one with Alice Wu Gulliver in Agatha All Along, Episode 3. When asked about the tattoo on her arm, the protection which confesses that her mother forced her to have it to fend off curses when she was 13. Teen says that he, too, experienced a lot at the age of 13. Given Teen's present age of 16, this is particularly noteworthy given WandaVision occurred 3 years ago, when Teen was 13. As a result, it's another possible hint that Teen's identity is somehow linked to Wanda Maximoff, the most likely being Billy. The sound of fairies crying. Fairies are confirmed in the MCU. Mrs. Hart is the first to show signs of poison after drinking the wine discovered in the house. Jennifer inquires about any other symptoms as her face begins to swell, asking Mrs. Hart if she can hear the sound of crying fairies.